We've all been there. We fall so hard in love, and that's okay. But it becomes a problem when we start neglecting the love we have for ourselves. When we stop reserving any love for ourselves, that is when we lose ourselves in a relationship. That is when we lose our glow, and we definitely don't want that. So in this video, we're gonna fix that, and we're gonna have a major snapback. So let's get in. Before we start talking about the snapback and how to get that glow up again, you need to understand this very important concept first, and that is understand that when you lose yourself, you lose your partner. You need to remember this person fell in love with you before your life with them. They fell in love with you, your personality, your own opinions, you had your own life, your own world. If that person is no longer in the room with them, then they are now with their own shadow. They are now dating their own shadow. And how boring is that for them? Understanding this is so important because hopefully it will show you the significance of maintaining your own identity in a relationship and hopefully motivate you to do so. This is how you keep a relationship strong and healthy. And by the way, this is Poof. She will be joining us today. So if you hear snoring or snorting or anything of that kind, that is Poof. As I was, a man is attracted to a woman who feels complete within herself. She does not necessarily need him, although she makes him feel wanted and needed, but more so she gives him space and she allows him the space to be in her life. She makes room for him. She is open to him, but she does not seek him to complete herself. When you make him your world and you depend on him for your happiness, you end up becoming resentful too. And that is because your expectations for him become so high that he is bound to disappoint you one day. When he makes a little mistake, it will feel like the end of the world to you. And you guys will have so many conflicts because of this. Small things will blow up. And then he becomes resentful because he too is entitled to his own identity. And if someone eventually begins to depend their life's worth onto them, then it becomes a burden for him. It's so unfortunate when I hear about stories of how a relationship was so fiery and passionate and it got ruined because the girl did not understand polarity between the masculine and the feminine energy. And when a woman becomes more in the masculine and she gives him too much, she pursues him too much, she calls him too much, she expects too much, and doesn't leave room for the man to lean forward because she's leaning forward the whole time, it kills everything. She gave him too much, it became too tiring, not exciting, not passionate and loving like what it used to be. But this is something you can fix. So now, how to bounce back to be your hottest and best self, how to build that inner relationship with yourself again. You're going to pour into yourself. That begins with a lot of investment in yourself into 3 major components that I'll break down. One is you're going to invest into yourself spiritually. You're going to adapt a spiritual routine. This is going to include nights alone for yourself. You'll go on hikes alone, walks alone, outside, immerse yourself in nature, expand your mind, read a book, bathe, be in a hot bubble bath. Water is so cleansing. Get a journal, start journaling, find yourself shadow work, do some journal prompts, listen to meditation music, listen to high vibrational frequencies. Charge yourself by stretching your body and releasing negative energy. Light some candles one evening and stretch on a yoga mat and just feel into your body. Spend a night alone like you used to at some point in your life, where you're just watching a movie with yourself. You're learning how to enjoy your own company with yourself again. Find a spiritual routine that works for you. Ask yourself, what do I need today? These are things you need to start doing for yourself. you're having time for self-love, which is only achieved when you are alone, as I mentioned in my last video. Take time to really connect to yourself. Find new ways to do that. A question that I get asked often is, how do I truly love myself? How do I build self-love? My answer is, when you truly learn how to love and enjoy being in your own company, that is when you achieve self-love. That's when you have learned how to love yourself. That's when you become whole and complete on your own. And wholeness is so important. And when we go into a relationship with someone, we begin to share ourselves. Inevitably, we share ourselves and we become half, right? But we need to stay whole. We need to still be able to go back to being alone sometimes and giving ourselves that. Because when we get too comfortable and used to sharing our time with someone and we become uncomfortable being alone, that is the problem. So by developing this spiritual routine and having good spiritual hygiene where you're giving yourself this alone time to recharge, to connect to yourself again, enough connecting to your partner, right? We want to connect to ourselves again. That's how you never lose yourself. The next investment you need to make is in yourself and your appearance. I know if you are here watching this, it is because you have in some way neglected something of yourself that you didn't before. Whether that is you stopped getting your nails done, you started wearing sweatpants way more often, you stopped doing your hair, you stopped putting makeup on as often. All the things that made you feel good, you need to keep doing them. You need to dress up. I don't necessarily mean that you need to glam yourself up every single day, especially when, it's that time of the month, you're feeling a little bit lower. You're gonna do what feels good for you on that day, but continuously show up for yourself. Don't start slacking and neglecting your appearance, because how you feel on the outside reflects the inside and vice versa. This is going to look different for everyone, but look back to the beginning of the relationship. What were you doing for yourself that made you feel good? Were you getting your hair blowed out? Were you getting your nails done every month? Were you getting ready every time you saw him? Why stop now? How would you feel if he stopped making dates for you? If he stopped making reservations and stopped bringing you flowers? Whatever it is that he did for you in the beginning of the relationship, what if he started slacking and put all those things to a halt? That's when you guys lose each other. You lose yourselves and you lose each other. Do not stop getting ready in a relationship. It's okay to become more comfortable in a relationship, right? And not do the most, but it's not okay to just become completely lazy. You still have to show up for yourself, and showing up as your best, taken care of, is what he deserves, and you deserve his best too. There have been countless of studies, research done specifically on women who get ready and take care of themselves and put a little bit of makeup on and dress a little bit nicer, and how much it affects not only them, but all the people around them too, how they get treated, how they feel inside. You show up differently, you glow, and you act more feminine. How do you feel? Think about it when you go to anywhere not looking or feeling your best. You did not invest any time that day in your appearance. How did you feel and how did you act versus on a day where you actually went all out and even a little out and just did a little bit more? How much better do you feel? How much more feminine do you act? You act differently. You just do. This alone, if you upgrade your maintenance routine again or try some different things, you're gonna feel so much better within yourself, and that's going to benefit your relationship, not only with yourself, but with your partner too. And also, you are going to invest in your previous life. The life you had before him, which includes your friends, your family, your hobbies, anything or anyone that is outside of your relationship with this person. Continue to do the things that you loved before you met him. Pick up old hobbies or explore new ones. Try that new dance class. Call your girlfriend that you haven't called in like a month and haven't seen her. Make plans with her. Maybe start a hobby with her. Definitely maintain your relationships with all of your friends. Prioritize girl time. This is so important. If you lost friends, you can make new ones. If you have the intention to make new friends, you will eventually. You'll make new friends. If you go to a gathering with your significant other, you can try to kind of branch off and start talking to other girls, or you can meet girls at your new dance class, whatever new hobby you take on. You can even download an app for making friends. You can make new friends. Girl time is so important to stay in your feminine energy. Girls will really help you glow up. And also spend time with your family. And I'm not just talking go and watch a movie. Actually make time for them. They deserve your time too. It's okay to go to the park with them or have dinner with them. They deserve your time, and family is so important. This is a value you should always maintain. And any man that you date will see this as a great thing. For a woman to invest in their family life is such a high quality trait. Just don't abandon your previous life. Whatever used to give you life back then, give life to that again. Pick up things that you didn't finish and continue. Do not be afraid to take time for all of these separate things outside of your relationship. Don't be afraid to lose your partner. Be more afraid to lose yourself. Because if your partner walks away from you just because you invested time into you, then that was never your partner to start. And you will always be your partner, right? You will always be there for you. You are the longest relationship you will ever have, because losing yourself is more scary. If you're afraid to spend a weekend without your partner because you're worried that he might get bored of you or, start talking to other women, you shouldn't be afraid to lose him. And lastly, I'm going to give you one law that you need to follow. You need to stand by this law, and you will not have any problems. You will not ever lose yourself. You won't lose your glow. You won't lose the essence of you and who you are if you follow this one law. Do not do things you would not do before you met him. Do not do anything you would not have done as you were your single self. This can be anything. This could be, do not eat greasy junk food every other night because of him. It's not because of him, it's your choice. You still have a lot of choices to make in a relationship. Do not skip your skincare routine every other night because you want to continue watching that TV show with him. Do not bail on your girlfriends if you made plans with them. Do not start going to bed at 1 a.m. every single night because of him. If he's a night owl and you're a morning person, stick to your routine. It can still work. You just need discipline. Don't start talking like he does. If you would have never used the word bro before you met him, don't start doing it now. Do not change your values. Unless marriage is on the table, you should not be changing your values. Stay true to yourself. Don't pretend to love football if he loves football and him and his friends watch it. Don't go watch football with them if you don't like it. Please go to the spa, have a bubble bath at home. Do anything but try to be something that you're not. And trust me, that will turn him way more on than someone who becomes a sports fan all of a sudden. I mean, of course, you can watch a game with him here and there, but don't sell your soul and go and buy jerseys and be that girl, please. Those are the kind of things that men actually pick up on. They can sense that. They can sense that you're morphing into them and you're trying to become someone you're not to please them. That's when you lose your individuality, and that's when they become put off. Just keep your discipline, keep your routines. You have a choice. You have a choice not to let go of yourself. Don't change yourself for this person. Maintain your boundaries. If there's something that you know that you would never compromise on, hold on to that. In a relationship, compromises do have to be made, but don't over-compromise. And as long as marriage isn't on the table yet, you don't need to over accommodate this person. You don't need to compromise on so many things. This is not what you truly want, and it's not what they truly want either, trust me. You can still hold your ground and your boundaries and be respected. Okay, my love, I hope this video was helpful for you. This video is actually a free request. So if you guys would like to, please leave a comment down below on what you want me to talk about next for a chance for your topic to be featured in one of my videos. All I ask in return is for you to please give this video a like, comment, share, subscribe, of course, so that I could see you very soon.